Have you started recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're actually doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm copying you?
Oh, no.
No, you're copying him, Catchy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
What was that, CJ? Do it. Make it.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't even do the same thing. You guys. Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Try.
But you have to do that. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
One more. Let's see.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not running other school chords.
Wait, do it again. Do it again. Do the first part. Oh. Right?
Yeah. That's not the wrong, right?
More like scatting.
Give me all my
Wait, do it again. Wait, do it again. Wait.
Okay, let's begin. Follow is the title track. It's okay.
Okay.
Now,
The first question is why follow
Oh.
as the title track?
here we go.
Why is follow the title track?
Going deep. Okay.
because the title of the album is Follow, and this is the song called Follow.
So I say why name the album?
Oh,
I'm asking,
okay.
Why is album called Follow? Why did you pick that?
Pull up the drops.
It used to be it started off with the hem. Remember?
Oh right, that's true.
There was a hem?
The hem.
The hem. I was like, there was a hem.
I don't know if I like that one.
THE space HEM. As in, like,
Abby didn't like it.
touching the hem of his cock. Why are you mean mugging me? Dang. It's not the hem no more. No, clearly that was not the right choice. I think that it changed. So in this whole thing that we've been doing, it's been a journey of, personally for me, it's been a journey of getting away from the stress of trying to like make something what I think it's supposed to be. So like there's a way that you can be thinking about the production of the music from the standpoint of these are all the standards that I see. These are all the things that I have seen people do in the past. These are the things that are generally accepted as cool and like interesting and stuff. And you don't necessarily always think like that on purpose. But what I noticed is that I actually had to change, like actively work on the way that I was thinking to say, what is this season of my life actually? Maybe the title of this project is right in front of me. Maybe it's actually so simple. Maybe the stress comes from trying to always look outside and search outside of what is already right in front of you. Maybe the stress comes from trying to create value in places and from places that are not true to where you actually are, instead of seeing the value in where you are. And so I realized that number one of the songs was called Follow, and that follow was actually follow or following Christ was actually the thread through everything for me, especially not just in the songs, but in my life. And so once I saw that, like there are so many states in this, so many points in this journey where I received more and more peace. Like I overcame a mental hurdle to receive peace. And this was one of them, like the naming of the album. Once I chose Follow, like that came with a level of like, wow, this thing that I'm doing is actually not supposed to be, like, this is my thing. It can be true to me. And it can be true to what God is doing with me. So that's where Follow came from. It was already a song, but then it was also all the songs, and it was also my life. So I'm like, where did I even get the hymn? I mean, I'm sure I didn't just get that from like trying to copy somebody. I'm sure I thought that it was a nice name, but it just wasn't true. Like, okay, I had to think of a name. Okay, the hem, sure. The woman that touched the hem of Jesus' garment. Okay, cool. But like, it wasn't true. So anyways,
True.
that's how.
Yeah.
Me? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. You know, I like to talk about the musical aspect.
Yeah.
Follow was also Broken Systems and Follow were very interesting. I say that because I think out of all of the songs, Follow for me was the song that I did the most on musically. And just thinking back to like the first ever version of it. Basically, the song before I touched it was just like there was some piano, there was some bass, MIDI bass, there was some shakers and some percussion, but it wasn't as energetic or big, I guess, as you would say, as it is now. I'll play a little bit, but the first thing I did, because I knew hearing the bridge, the you know that it's so hard, and like going to the rest, and of course the old pass that we had, because she had re-recorded some of the vocals, I knew that like the bridge just had to be bigger. You know, like before, I mean, love you, Catchy, but it wasn't like it wasn't as big as I felt like it needed to be, because I mean there really weren't drums at all, really.
No.
So of course, like it was going to be calm regardless. There wasn't like I said, because it wasn't as energetic as it is now. Like there because there weren't any drums, but like I knew that it had to have some sort of build. It had to get big somehow. So there's two versions that I have. One is like just a random drum build-up or whatever, and the other one is the version that we had where I did add drums and we had some sort of build-up, but it wasn't like techie at all. It was just like the acoustic drum
Live
version.
drums, yeah.
Yeah, and that was another milestone, adding drums to it. And we'll get to that in a second. But we'd added MIDI drums at first. But here's the first.
Oh yeah.
First, I don't even know where to
I was so
start.
proud of this.
Were you?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, it's going somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. It's called Follow Draft 1. With capital letters. That's how you know it's early. Okay, this is 303. Wait, let me see. Go back
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit.
I was like, this is
Little,
going to
like-
be good, but it was,
It really wasn't that good.
my standards
Let's
have
go to 240.
increased since then.
Do you still expect
It was something.
I'm like, this is about to be like a rock song,
Right. And eventually it kind of did get
a
there.
little bit, a mixture of a lot of things.
The bass starts getting deeper. You feel it, like you know
Yeah.
what's to come in a sense. Like you can't hear the current version now. You kind of feel it coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we couldn't hear anything that came after by this point, but we were like, that's it though.
This
This is gonna be big.
Yeah. And then,
Oh yeah.
I was like, follow.
but this is
Not
what it sounded
opening up
like
my
before.
mouth. This is old 2021 vocals. It didn't go up high, y'all.
night
Look,
and
it stayed low.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the second version.
It's
Okay.
night and day.
This build up, this is when we first like had gotten the revelation to do anything. We call it techie, and what we're referring to is the electronic section
Yes.
of Follow, the build section, and the Your Grace when it drops. And we didn't initially think we're gonna do that, but there's something. I think I added some electric hi-hats and like a snare or something in this section that really hinted towards that this techie thing
Yes.
could actually
Yes.
be a thing.
And that's when I was like, okay, I see what's happening here.
Yeah, so this is what it's called. Follow Official Draft 4. Wow, I'd be titling these things like crazy names. Okay.
Do you still expect me?
And that's how you do it. Yes, I will.
Yes. Yeah.
wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. But then you hear it going into the next part, and you're like, wow, okay, this is anticlimactic for sure.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Your grace is sufficient, God. Your grace is sufficient, God. Your grace is sufficient.
The synth bass was still tough, not gonna lie.
My weakness, God, and then your strength is made perfect. Your strength is made perfect.
It's very acoustic,
Your strength is
like
made
almost like a rock song almost.
perfect. So I'll follow.
This is look at how you hear that?
Follow. Still I'll follow.
That part was it. Yeah, that's
I'll follow.
Wow. Okay, so let me take it from here because when I heard that, first of all, the grace is sufficient, God, and so I'll follow. This was at this point, if you guys remember, before when we played that same part, the part that came right after the, you know that it's so hard, right? It was, so I'll follow. Now, in what we just listened to, we went to, grace is sufficient, God. And that was the first thing that happened also because it was like, okay, what's happening here? Let's switch grace is sufficient with so I'll follow. So we put grace is sufficient now at the point where you just heard it, and then the so I'll follow came towards the end. So we were playing around with the order now of those parts, right?
energy.
But now we've gone from live acoustic drums to a little bit more electronic sounding drums, and now we're going to grace is sufficient. It's still sounding anticlimactic, like you said. What is supposed to happen here? So I'm like, trap beat and vocal chops. That's where the follow as we know it. That's where it started. And or I don't know what they call it, like trap drill beat, whatever. And so that's when CJ started to feel not overwhelmed, but you just didn't think you could do it. And also, like, one thing about production is like everybody has a different way of describing what they're hearing and what they want to hear. So we've had to have so many like I've gotten used to it. Before it used to make me kind of scared, like, what's the point of having an idea if I'm not going to be able to communicate it? But we would literally be on the phone, literally like talking and saying stuff and just using words to describe things. Like, I know vocal chops now from CJ saying, what you're describing, Amarachi, is vocal chops. Because what was I even saying before? I think I was saying like, take grace is sufficient and like use
Cut it
that
out.
word,
Yeah.
use that and like put it in different places.
Yeah.
That's how I was saying it because I was hearing it, but that's how I was saying it. And then he's the one that teaching me, okay, this is what that's actually called. I'm like, oh, okay. And then CJ goes off of references a lot. Like, he will listen to a song and be able to tell, okay, this is how I should create this sound. So he looked up the beat, and literally from that moment where he looked up the beat, he was able to literally do it. And then we had that section, that initial section that you guys know of now, where we have Your Grace. We did that first. Mm-hmm. And then you did the vocal chops and stuff like that. And then I added stuff, I believe, at that point. Because at first it was just, your grace is sufficient.
Oh, yeah.
Your grace. And I think we have that.
Yes.
Your grace is sufficient. We can play that. Let's play that first.
Which one? Because there's one that's really bad and there's one that's really good.
Okay, play both.
Okay. So, like, backstory, this was when I was first trying to figure it out. In the first one, you hear a lot of reverb. It sounds, like, unorganized. And, like, you can really tell, like, okay, that's definitely how it started.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's going to sound really weird. But, okay. This is, like, the first, I think, what do you call it? Pass, right?
Yeah.
That we had done for that section. Your Grace. Before she even added that lead vocal.
Honestly, it's not even bad.
Well, to me. Okay. That's
No,
enough of
but
that.
when we had that was such a breakthrough.
For sure.
Cause that was when we were like completely scrapped the your grace is sufficient, God. Your grace is sufficient, God. We're like, let's take that out. This is gonna be the part now.
And we sampled that vocal too.
We did sample that vocal to make the grace is sufficient. Oh no, I did that again.
Yeah.
But we sampled
it
that.
for
Yeah, so talk about that. Because I don't think they know.
Okay. So when years ago when I was younger, I don't even know where I'm going here. But years ago when I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of electronic music, like people like Zed, David Guetta, the likes of, when they used to make
Wow.
dubs. No.
Good Lord has
No,
helped.
hear me out. Like
Zed Zeppelin?
No. Zed is like an electronic, EDM, producer. He makes a lot of
Oh, okay, because that's what I was thinking of.
People, I don't know. Well, basically, those types of music that was really techie. It was techie to the core and to the brim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a lot. Those vocal chops used to be heavy in there.
I think you even showed me a song that had that. I don't remember what it was.
Which one it
though.
was, but.
Yeah.
I was because when she had said, when she was describing vocal chops, I was like, okay, let's put this. But I was like, okay, am I going to sample my own voice? I don't even know what to do here. I was like, okay, where do I get this from? And so I was like, okay, what part of her vocal can actually be the vocal chop? Because there's grit, there's is, all those parts, because of course you're chopping the vocals up. And so I was like, okay, grit sounds the best. And so I took it, mixing. Okay, I took it, cut that part.
And he's talking about your grace.
Yeah.
Just grace.
Your grace is I took the grat part of it and cut it up, effects, sampler and Logic, made it into an instrument and played the And so that's where that came from. And up to this day, I still have it saved as an instrument, y'all. I'll be using it sometimes.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah.
Sampling is fun. Watch me sample.
Wait.
What's your next song?
When's your next song, bro?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Peace coming to you soon. Yeah. Okay. Talk about that later. But yeah, so that's where that came from. And this is the newer one. I think this one also has the better drums. Because remember that was an issue, figuring out how the drums would work. Before Ernesto did his thing. Us trying to figure out how the drums could fit in well.
Okay, we were trying to figure out how, because we know that the song started off acoustic, and we're introducing this electronic section, but we know that it has to tie in, because we didn't want it to be incohesive, if that's a word. We wanted it to be cohesive, so we're like, how are we going to bring live drums back in after this in a way that is smooth? So we had to, we had to work on the transition into the electronic part, which was the last part that we figured out. And then we also had to work on the transition out of the electronic part. Those were hard, because we knew we liked the grace is sufficient. We're like, how do we make it cohesive right before and right after? But you can play what you wanted to play.
So this is the last snippet before we actually started really finalizing the song. You can actually hear it's actually coming together now. Yeah. It sounds better, clearer.
You can't listen to this and not do this.
Right. Wait, we just talk about that now.
Okay, so you guys can hear the.
Okay.
So you guys can hear the. Yeah. CJ got that from his song All Day when I sang that in his song. So he took it from his song. He changed the length of time of each note, and he changed the notes themselves. So let me tell you guys, people that don't know how to sing, let me tell you, if they have the right producer, they could sound like they know how to sing, because of all this crazy stuff that can happen. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that just real quick, because you can actually hear it, it's in a different key. I think it's faster, if anything.
Yeah.
And I think it just sounds different. Here is the part in All Day. Let me see if I can find it.
Ooh, I love the song.
Storms come and go, you stay. I can trust in your power, 'cause you'll be with me all day. I know
And then what I was trying to do is really find like texture and just ear candy here and there. And so I added his vocals right here. Right there.
That. He took the and he put that in follow. And that's what you're hearing when you hear.
Wait. That was bad timing. We'll edit this. It's okay. Probably not. Wait, where is it? Hello? Why did you do that to me? Okay, here we go. By this time you recorded the new vocal.
Yeah. Oh, this is the new one. Yeah. I practiced, y'all.
Look at the old drums.
So I was like, after I listened to the drums, I said we gotta take that up a notch to that E flat. At first I wanted to do an F.
Yeah.
And I did. We don't have to play that.
Yeah, I don't got
Maybe live if I can, have the strength. But yeah, so obviously you guys hear what it actually is now, because I was like, we gotta add a note in there. So I'm not sure if we kept that entire take that we just heard or if I just did it completely again. Because sometimes when you have like a build-up section, you don't want to chop the vocals up too much. You want to actually do it all the way through, so that it feels natural and it feels like there was a natural build-up. So I probably just did it again.
I think you did because the
That wasn't there?
No.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about the F. I always like go back and try and remember what is Archie's highest note in the whole album.
It would have been that
It would
F
have been the F, right?
if I did it. But I think
Yeah.
it's the E flat, right?
Yeah, it is.
E flat,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, because together you're supposed to do the E.
And I didn't do it.
And then this one you're supposed to do the F.
And I did the E flat.
It was supposed to be Alpha. That's what she was gonna do.
That's what I did. CJ didn't like it. Honestly, let me just tell y'all the truth. I did it. He didn't like it.
I think
He's like, it's too much. Do it live.
At first, but yeah, I thought it was too much. Like it was cool. Like I'll always remember it in
You
my
see,
heart.
that's why
But,
I have to listen to what these people say.
Hey, catchy.
Like, Catchy's like,
I
these
mean-
people.
Yeah, it was good.
Wait. Okay, sorry. Okay, so, after there's something I wanted to say because Catchy, you're coming. Catchy helped to finish this song.
What did I do?
Yeah.
See, this
That
thing.
was FaceTime, right?
Yeah, so this is where but first though, first there was a part that I added the your grace, and so if you have that, do you have that? I sent it to you and
Yeah, I can find it.
so you guys can hear like this was probably like at 2-3 a.m. one day, where I was like, oh nah, we not just keeping the your grace is a bit. I was like, let's do some more stuff. And so I love that part because every time I get to that part, it's just like, so that's what I was doing when I was recording it. And I think I only did it like one time because I was just in it. And I just did that one time, honestly, and that was it. That was it.
Oh,
like,
the lead?
yeah, the lead part at Grace is Sufficient. The your grace is sufficient. Ooh.
Grace is
Yeah, yeah. So all of that happened like at like 3 a.m. one day, maybe even 4 a.m. one day, and I just did it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I sent it to Catchy and CJ. So this is what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna play from the beginning because it starts from that section.
But you still expect me.
It was different before.
It was different.
Your grace.
The drop is different too.
Grace is sufficient. So much fun. Yeah. I will pour you more. Yeah. Your
was the same.
Yeah, so that I just with CJ, all I do is I just send him a whole bunch of stuff, and he just makes it sound better and picks the parts that sound good, trashes things that aren't good. So I sent him all of that. So we had that part. I was so happy because like I just love this part. And then that's when Catchy and CJ had a day. That there was one more part to figure out, which was the part between
Before the
I
drop.
know that it's so hard.
right.
And making that transition into your grace.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I can play the final Us version because it has it in there. But this version also has the hi-hat in it as well. Remember, because we took it out for like energy purposes.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And you changed the beat. Not the beat. You changed the groove.
Mm-hmm.
Because before it was more like, but you guys made it.
I think no, it wasn't even me. It was Ernesto. I think he suggested that we should take out the. Remember? Because when I sent it, because in the final version you'll hear the hi-hats.
It might have been me or him. I'm not sure because we were having all these conversations.
Yeah. But yeah, this is what what the final version is, and like the chord progression, as you would hear. I think also if you listen to Passersby, it's there as well. Like the chord progression, it actually just continues. The 4.
Oh yeah.
6, 5, 4. So that would have continued until what happened?
I don't know what you guys did. I wasn't there for this.
I don't remember. All I remember is that.
Gosh.
All I remember was
Zoom in.
was just the progression. Just I think we just kind of like went with what sounded good. Or I think it was just like we need to add a progression that threw people off or something like that. Yeah. So it was like. Something like that.
Flat 7.
Yeah.
Something like that. So 4 to 6, and then went to instead of going to the 5, you do like a 7, but with like a. We could have done that.
When we're doing the song live, we'll do that. We have this song.
When I heard this thing, CJ was like, "We don't know if you're gonna like it." I said.
The whole thing had is so,
It was good.
so real.
But I mean, because the harmonies, everything tied together to make it
I think
sound good. Yeah.
we had we changed it first, and then you recorded your thing, right? That like we did the chord progression, and you tried to match it.
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I did the lead vocal actually after you guys. It might not have been before. It might have been after. So.
But there was one thing like with that. It was the originally it was but I was like, okay, it's kind of clashing, and so
Yeah.
we're gonna.
See, that's
I was
what he
like,
does to me.
Oh, so I was like, okay, flex pitch, let's go. I said, that was so bad. Instead of
So I didn't even sing that. I didn't sing what you hear when you hear that. I didn't sing I sang
Yeah.
So it was a different rhythm, similar notes but different rhythms. So sometimes he be doing that.
Yeah, that changed, and I'm gonna play it actually. Just like 240, yeah. This is the final version before it was mastered. You definitely hear the
Now it's all come together. Oh, we took off the.
Yeah, really like let it like fill in.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact: the doom 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 that you hear is an electric tom. It's not a bass. Yeah, I use it like every day. really did its work on this thing. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
I like how we were just doing it the opposite way.
Right?
Because I was like, wait.
Yeah, I think the last thing is the drums.
Yeah. So shout out to Kevin Rutledge. So fun fact, you guys know that when musicians do things together, when you see the final product and it's like, oh, for example, let's say Jane Doe played this instrument. You know, those people don't necessarily know each other. You guys know that? You guys know, like, people send files and that's how they collaborate even without ever meeting each other. So shout out to Kevin Rutledge, who honestly, we don't really know him, but we know Ernesto, and Ernesto knows Kevin. So Ernesto was testing out some of his equipment, and Kevin, a drummer, helped him out with our song. Yep. And so that's where we get the live drums that come in. So CJ actually had done the drums at the end, and like he did what we wanted. We wanted to do a smooth transition between the electronic section and getting the live drum feel back in the song. So CJ figured that out. He did that with software, right? Which was a kudos to CJ, because he was scared of that part and he accomplished it. Like, he can do software drums that sound like live drums, pretty much. And so now Kevin comes in because Ernesto's testing out equipment, and Kevin, he does what he does. Man, it's really good. So shout out to Kevin. Yeah. You want to play it? I want to play it.
I think you want me to play the drum test or the final version? Let me see. I have the drum test. Let's see. The drum test, like, audio was...
You mean when we were trying to pick which one we wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think I have the one that we chose, I believe.
Okay, so this is Ernesto was like, which one do you like better? Test A or test B?
We chose test B.
Test A, I was like, this sounds exactly the same as what we already had. And test A was the one where CJ had the software drums at the end. Mm. Then test B had Kevin. And I was listening to it like, wait. Like, I didn't realize at first that it was live drums. I thought that Ernesto had just, like, either added something himself or something crazy had happened. Or mixed it better. Then I was like, wait, but CJ didn't do that. I don't remember hearing this here or this here. And I was like, somebody did this. Mm-hmm. And that's, so, yeah. And obviously we like the live drums better. So you can play it.
Yeah.
Your grace is sufficient. Yeah, I know it's enough for me.
Brings it out so much.
Your grace is sufficient. So I'll follow.
Remember we were like, is that too much?
Yeah.
With the cymbals? But it was good.
It's good, yeah.
And this is when I knew it was live.
That's what I knew was live. I mean, I heard it. But this part? Yeah, that's nah.
You can't do MIDI drums with that.
I was like, did CJ do this? I never heard this. I was like, no, it's not him. It's
Nah, I actually, I was in love. I think one of the other things that I was not worried about, but Ernesto did his thing. Like, making sure that the synth bass was really, like... Because every time, one of my friends, he always tells me, like, CJ, why is your synth bass always singing? I'm like, I don't know! But, like, Ernesto really made sure that it really, like, was brought up.
Yes.
Especially in the...
Because Ernesto likes bass. He loves bass.
Okay. And so, like, just making sure that really was prominent, especially with all of the lines that were being played, like, it really needed to come out.
Yeah.
And just be highlighted.
I think that's, like, so many people's favorite part. I know for me, the synth bass in this song is one of my favorite parts of the entire project, especially even earlier when you're like, dun, 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 dun. That part.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So, look. I think we're done. Man, go stream, follow.
Go stream, buy good reviews.
Buy good reviews. Stream, comma, buy, comma.
Don't sell.
Don't sell.
We're selling.
And we appreciate everyone who is listening, and for those who will listen after, hopefully coming across this podcast. Is this a podcast?
Okay, I never thought of that.
Series.
Series?
I was about to say TV series.
Foreshadowing? Who knows?
Ooh.
God willing.
Yeah. And let us know if you enjoyed this in Unveiled, and if you want us to do more, because we can. Soon come.
Yeah. So, thank you
For watching
the
Unveiled.
first installment of Unveiled with Rafa Records.
And I'm Archie.
Oh, yeah. All right. Peace, guys.
Yeah. Break